so I'ma live it up. Siempre real y sincero, y sincera la música. I'ma live it up. Con amor verdadero, vamos pa'lante. Yes, sir. Have you ever?
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the Happy Empathy Hour on Radio Dawn 107.6 FM. I'm still trying to get that, and I keep forgetting Pam.
I've noticed I've got so many different names now. I don't know which one to call myself. And there's somebody would like to say hello to before we go back in the interview. It's Nemo.
Oh.
Yeah. I said to her that I couldn't pronounce
Nimana.
it. Nimana, yes.
That's her nickname.
Yeah, Nemo.
Yeah.
So apparently I adopt her as well.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. So
congratulations.
When I say to her that, oh, would you like me to adopt you? She said, yes, please. So I've got another adopted daughter. Hi, gorgeous. How are you? And I hope you're doing well at college.
Mubarak.
Yeah. So another adopted daughter.
Aww.
You know,
So we've got Aiden Riley with us today. And we've also got Addy with us and other people in the studio as well. We're all social distancing, by the way, as much as we can. So the next part of the topic, Pam, is loneliness or being alone. Two different things.
yes.
So this is something that I got from the Mind website. It said, we all feel lonely from time to time. Feelings of loneliness are personal, so everyone's experience of loneliness will be different. One common description of loneliness is the feeling we get when our need for rewarding social contact and relationship is not met. But loneliness is not always the same as being alone. We talked about this a few weeks ago, didn't we, Pam, when Shazia was here?
Yeah, with the loneliness.
That being alone actually can be really a beautiful experience because it's very peaceful. But being lonely is when you're wanting something.
Yeah, or me, I like it on my own. My own space. You got your own space. But I suppose with the loneliness, sometimes people want to have a partner or have a children or something around. And especially if you're old as well, loneliness can get in because they don't see anybody, they don't talk to anybody. So if it's that type of loneliness, it is a bit, sad as well. So it depends on, as you rightly say, look at loneliness. Hayden, back to you again. What's your expression of loneliness?
My expression of loneliness is...
or your opinion?
I guess when you are feeling lonely, you can be alone for a couple of seconds. The person could walk out of the room and then all of a sudden they'll hit you that you feel alone. And then when they come back into the room, you're glad they're back.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that. I'm struggling with that myself. Having depression for the past 5 or 6 months now. I was around my dad's house and my brother was there and was watching a couple of TV shows. And I forgot for a while that I was actually depressed. I forgot for a long time and I thought this is great. But then both of them smoke, so they went outside for a cigarette and all of a sudden I felt lonely. I was thinking they're not even that far away. They're just in the back garden. But I don't want to go with them because they're smoking. I wanted to stay in the house and it was bloody freezing outside, so I thought I don't want to stand outside. So I thought, I'm feeling this way. They're only that short distance away. So that's incredible how all of a sudden you can just switch and then feel lonely, even though you're not alone, because they're still there. They're just not in your space. So yeah, I struggle to understand why that happened, but yeah, it's incredible how it happens, right?
Yeah, that is part of being depressed. Yeah. Because when you are depressed and this is where you feel lonely, it's like the whole world is just caving in on you. Yeah. You want to talk, but there is no one there. So you lack experience of pleasure. Everything what is going on around you don't want to know. But it's to get somebody to bring you back and says, hang on. So that is definitely part of you being depressed. Your whole world just disappear and your days become nights. and your night become days. So instead of going to bed to sleep at night, you walk around, you're doing these things, and during the days you want to sleep. Is that how you try to feel as well?
When I wake up, I'm tired. I may have had a good night's sleep, but I can wake up for a couple of hours, walk around, and all of a sudden I still feel tired. And that's how I've been feeling for, like I said, for the past 5 months. And my energy levels have been really low.
Yes.
I don't even have to do much. All of a sudden, I just feel tired. My interests involve reading, writing, listening to music.
And you've got no interest in those at all?
It's like they've been killed
Yes.
by this thing inside of me, depression. You know, depression has just suddenly gone inside of me and killed all of my interests. And I'm just, well, I'm still here, but I struggle to do those things because of that. And it's like an inner earthquake. And then the gaps that the earthquake has created, that's where my interests have fell. And I can safely say that that's happened.
Well, in my opinion, I don't know if you all agree, I would like to work with you on that, to bring your self-esteem back and your confidence back, because there is a saying, unless you've been there, you can't talk about it or to anybody else. I've been there. I can understand how you're going. And I'm sure quite a lot of us has been there. When you're feeling low, your self-esteem, it's like you don't care about anything at all.
It's just a huge level of indifference that's just settled inside of me. And that's, like I said, that's what's happened to me 100%.
But you must want to talk. You must want to let me know, or even your friends them out there know how you feel. It's not a bad thing, but I'm very...
these guys have been there.
But I'm very proud of you that you can come on today and talk about it from a man point of view and not being ashamed of opening up. And I hope some, other men out there will listen to this and know, hang on, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. What is your opinion on that?
It's, what Aiden was mentioning, like we sometimes feel alone, but even when sometimes you're in a group of friends and they're all talking to each other and no one's talking to you, like, okay, what do I do now?
You can be surrounded by a million people.
Exactly.
And still feel alone.
Exactly, as well. And you just want to have a good human contact, like somebody who's on the same level as you, who's like, as you mentioned as well, Pam, that, if somebody has been through a bad time and they could see that in somebody else, this person's going through something, it's nothing wrong with going to approach the person. Hey, are you okay? Do you need anything? Do you want to talk right now? It's good to sit down and talk to somebody.
It's even good to laugh.
That's the best thing. Yeah. Laughter is the best form of medicine, and it's free.
Because sometimes you can look back and look at something daft, and you can burst out laughing. Because I do a lot of that on the bus or the tram or everything. Yeah. Somebody could say to me, I'm laughing. I laugh on my own traveling until tears run down my face.
Yeah.
Because it's the way...
It made you laugh.
If I could just tell a quick little story. There was a time during the first lockdown, when myself, Brother Aiden, and a couple of other brothers, we were all talking to each other on Zoom, and each of us were like sharing a funny story with one another, even though we weren't in the same room, but it had that same sort of vibe. And we were laughing, like, best way of describing all our laughter was like hyenas on steroids. it was just absolutely amazing. The laughter, the good time we was having. It was like, oh, we just can't wait for lockdown to be lifted so we can all get together and grab the coffee. But it's like we all had our coffee, but it's just one of those things that good company.
It was a good day. It was
the best day.
Great day, yeah.
Best day during lockdown, put it that way.
Yeah.
and like it's good to be along. You are the company that you keep. If you hang around with people who are time wasters, you're going to be one yourself. If you hang around with people who are creative and driven and motivated and want to push you in that direction, call them best friends or family for life. That's how it goes.
Do you think social media's got a lot to play with how